Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leaving the Ravens this offseason was just that. Talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal that made the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Flowers going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And right away, he lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Stroud off the play fake. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Near the sideline, this is Schultz. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. This 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Stroud looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Houston's offense taking over again. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to maneuver. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Jackson, option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, for the Ravens, Charles, starting 2023 here at home, you know, for a long time, the future of Lamar Jackson seemed to be kind of up in the air, at least in terms of would he be a Raven. But number 8 is out there, and you can bet that makes a lot. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. Inside the 20. And this results in 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. 2nd and 9. Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So,
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, 41 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it. They did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Again, Jackson will keep it. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Jordan Stout now. Pressure coming, and this looks like a short kick. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Houston offense running back out, and we'll get another look at John Mechie. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 38. 116 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On second down, they'll run it here. Oh, fighting off the defender. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Texans are pouring it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. The Jaguars looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Kyle Phillips, a touchdown reception.
right, Coach. Thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing now is Stroud. Looking deep here for Mechie. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Stroud forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So what a debut we've got going here, Charles. His first ever NFL game, and that 3 touchdowns now on the ground.
I know this organization thought they'd found a winner, but I can't imagine anyone thinking the results would come quite this fast.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Pulled in at the 24. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. He's on his way. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Texans extend their lead yet again. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Oh, what a move. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over. Houston offense running back out, and we'll get another look at John Mechie. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Good footwork at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Robert Woods from 6 yards away. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Stroud to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Now Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Stroud.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined there.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taking it about the 36. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. Powerful running. And still fighting. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week one and week two. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Houston, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week.